Welcome back to Unabashed You, Mark Sparrow, part two of our conversation. I can hardly believe we get to talk some more. I mean, that last one was just, poo, it was just so full of goodness.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, I hope part two, I hope we can, compare as,
Oh, I have no doubt. There is no doubt at all.
okay,
Okay, let's get to know you. And see, I get to know you even more too as we talk now. Your
okay.
favorite word?
My favorite word. I gotta go, but hold on. Let me just look at
No
okay.
problem. Now, the listener, just so you know, I do let the guests know the questions in advance so that they can feel
Yeah,
ready and comfortable. And so, yes, so Mark's going to check his notes. That's great.
yeah, and this was actually a hard one. To center in, focus on a word. I ended up with kind
Oh,
because
that's good.
I just think, kindness is so important, and I think we
Yes.
need more of it. So I
Okay.
feel like if I can, you know, uh, have that more in my consciousness, kind is my I think one of my favorite words.
Right. And I don't know if this is sounding familiar to you, but this is some of these questions for this part two are based on the James Lipton behind the actor studio
Oh,
Bernard Pivot questionnaire. I don't use all of them, but I just grabbed a few because I just thought it would be fun. I thought it would be fun.
now that you say that, I remember seeing him do that.
Was it called Behind the Actor Studio something or
Yeah,
Inside?
inside. Yep,
Inside.
inside.
That's better. Inside the Actor Studio. Okay, what about your least favorite word?
It's the opposite. Hateful.
Yes. Well, that's not a good word.
No, and no, and
Yes.
there's a whole lot of words in that sort of realm,
Yes.
but
Yes.
I just feel like that's where society, where all of us get into trouble when there's hate or vindictive, hateful
Right.
people and actions.
Right. Where, yes, absolutely. And it represents so many things. Yeah. What
Yeah.
about your favorite sound?
My favorite are both water. I waves in the ocean or rushing water in a stream. It's the same kind
Yes.
of a sound. It's very soothing.
I agree. It's a beautiful, beautiful sound. What about your least favorite sound?
I really hate loud mufflers on cars or motorcycles. It drives me nuts. I don't know. Have you heard these cars racing around with these loud mufflers?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm thinking, what are they thinking? Why? I don't understand what the fun of it is, except you're
Right.
just making terrible noise.
Sounds. Right. Yes. Yes. I'm with you. I'm with you. And we could add quite a few to that list. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Now, have you ever been told you look like somebody famous? And if so, who was it?
Yes, I've got yeah, it runs the gamut. I tell the one who I think is good looking or the one who is, you know,
Both. Both. Well,
okay.
the one you're like, okay. And then the one like, oh gosh, I better go look in a mirror. That one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it used to start back with I guess when I was in junior high, I think you even said I looked like Gene Wilder.
Oh gosh. For you know what? That
Yeah.
was more of a hair thing. That was more of a hair thing. Yeah, it was a hair thing.
Yes, because I had the curly hair.
You got the curly hair. Yes.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
But then it evolved, and then a lot of people, as I've gotten older, have said Hugh Grant.
Wow.
So I think, well,
La-di-da.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
Yes.
You
Well, that
know?
is quite lovely. I love that.
Yeah.
Man, he's a handsome man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, all right. So let's hope it keeps going in that direction.
Right. Well, yeah, you went from Gene Wilder to Hugh Grant.
Yes.
That's yeah, that's some good evolution there. That's very nice. Okay, something that's really moving
Okay.
you right now, a book, a
Oh,
movie,
oh.
something
Yeah.
there. I'm liking this.
Yeah, yeah. There's a film out right now called Train Dreams that
Oh gosh.
I can't get it out of my head. I don't know
Yes.
why. And the director is a guy. His name is Clint Bentley, and he's put together a playlist on Spotify. And so I've been listening to it constantly, and it puts me in it. It's not the soundtrack from the film, but it's all these songs that he thought sort of elicited what was happening in the film, and
Wow.
it's absolutely beautiful. And it's so
Mm.
I'm just sort of mesmerized by it.
Ooh. Yeah, and you and I, we've had quite a few conversations about Train Dreams, and I think we agreed that it was probably the most undervalued film, particularly of the Best Picture nominations. It was just really,
It
really
was.
undervalued. I think it's probably still on Netflix if listeners, if you want to go check that out. Yeah, I did also really enjoy it. Yeah,
Yeah,
very much
and it
so.
was totally under the radar. It just didn't get the air time or the advertising or
No,
whatever.
I don't think you've got to sadly pour a lot of money into marketing for nominations. And
Yes.
once you're nominated to get people to vote, I mean, it's just its own little political machine. I don't think they were as interested in pouring all that money.
Yeah, probably not. I was glad it got that it was nominated, but then it just sort of sat there under all
Right.
the nine
And
other films.
and you didn't hear much about it even
No.
before. Yeah, so yes,
No.
we agree. Very underappreciated movie. Check it
Yes.
out if you're trying to figure out what you want to watch some night.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I like this. If you could donate $1 million to any charity, what cause would you choose?
Well, it's a cause sort of near and dear to my heart, and I actually have thought that when I pass, I would probably try to donate to this charity. And
Okay,
it's the LA Men's Study. They've been doing research on HIV and AIDS since the 1980s.
oh my
And
gosh.
it's just an amazing research project that is not only teaching people, how not to transmit the virus, but also helping people just survive. And yeah, so that's who I would probably give. I would love to be able to donate to them so they could keep doing their good work.
So it's called the LA Men's Study?
It is.
Okay, I just want to be
Yeah,
sure.
and it's still
Yeah,
it's UC it's UCLA is the college who's actually
okay,
it's on this little place where they're doing it is on Wilshire Boulevard right near
okay.
UCLA.
Well, that is a really good one, and probably another one of those things that's sort of undervalued, right? Because we don't know what we don't
Yes,
know. So if we
it's
don't
true.
talk about things, then we don't know
Yes.
about them, right?
Yes, and I think HIV and AIDS is sort of, it's still there. So I think we need to keep funds going towards these things, and I think it's still important.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. I like that. I
yeah.
like that a lot. Thank you for putting that on our radar. Okay, that concludes getting to know you a little better, which I did, by the way, get to know you a little better. And so now we're going to do part two of our deep dive. As you know, we're in the series Permission to Want More. What's next and what's left? So we are going to go over some questions that I sent you that we can kind of have a conversation around. Who do you want to be in your final chapter?
Well, well, this is new because, I did just get married, so now I want to be a good husband. I mean, this wasn't something that was on my radar before, so I want to make a good attempt at that. I also want to be fulfilled creatively, and whether that means with work or other passions, I just want to
Right.
be able to keep that going.
Yes.
And I want to have good health. Those are really
Yeah.
the three biggest things that came to my mind.
And those are good. And I think that especially in our third act, we do think about the passion side of things and how can we turn that into some purpose because we tend to be more towards retirement. And so we're not thinking of career so much, but what else do we want to pursue, look into, all of that. So I love that. So good husband, creative, and whatever that might look like. And then we can't do any of it if we don't have good health.
Exactly.
So how will you get there? Do you have any practical tips for us, either daily tips or bigger chunks?
Well, something just came to my mind that which I think is really important, is to try to write and journal stuff.
Mm,
And when you do that, or when I do it, I find that I get more in touch with one of those things that I want to keep alive or keep my creative side going. Um,
right,
and I think it's important also to not get discouraged and don't, like I said before, don't give up.
right.
I think you have to be persistent and sort of keep going in whatever that direction is you think is something that could be
Hmm.
valuable to you.
Yes, I agree. I like, what do we do now? Snaps, or I don't know, whatever it is we do to say that we like what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, is there anything you're going to stop tolerating? Because finally we're at an age where we've had enough life experience and we realize we're not going to shrivel in the corner if we say no to somebody or something. What are you going to stop tolerating?
I'm just going to stop tolerating negative, toxic people.
Ah,
I'm not going to, I'm going to, I guess that has to do with having better boundaries,
mm-hmm.
and just not allowing that kind of energy to sort of intrude or get too involved in your life. And when you see it, just say you don't, it's not something you want to be a part of.
Right.
I mean, it can be, you just kind of have to turn the other
Yeah.
way. It doesn't
Yes.
have to be dramatic, but
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yes.
it's like what's that in Kung Fu or whatever, where someone comes at you with something and you kind of just step aside and, and then, and then goes,
They keep going.
yes, and they just keep on their merry way.
Right. Yeah. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be a big soapbox moment. It's
No.
just like, yeah, I'm not going to participate in that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
Okay.
I like that. Yes. And I think that helps us in the sense that it doesn't have to be a big dramatic, thing,
No.
announcement. It can just be not participating.
Yeah,
Right.
because I think when it's big and dramatic, you get too engaged, and it's sort of like then you can't break away. It's almost becomes, it's like a soap
Yeah.
opera or something.
Yeah, and then depending on the situation, that might feed off the other person or whatever. And now you're escalating, and now it's really become this big, huge thing.
Yes,
Yes,
totally.
I like that. I think we're on another page that we're both on together. I love that.
Good.
What will you finally say out loud?
This is a hard one. I guess that when you say out loud, I mean I'm saying it to myself too, like in my thoughts, which is that I'm enough.
Oh, gosh,
It's a
that
tough one.
is so, so good and so
It's
powerful.
I know, but it's also
Ah,
almost hard to say because you
yes,
would think it'd be so obvious, but it's almost like we're constantly trying to be something else or for someone else.
yes,
And I think it just has to be a kind of self-reflection that you feel that wherever you are at now is fine and it's
yes,
okay. Yeah.
yes. No, I think that that is fantastic. And that's something that I too continue to work on, that I'm enough. Like right now in this moment, I'm enough.
Yes.
It's enough. It's okay. And I want to keep growing, keep
Yeah.
moving forward. But yeah, right now, I'm enough.
Yeah, and even with like performing and singing and acting and stuff too, I know in a lot of classes that I've taken, that's the challenge because sometimes when you get to that point and you actually feel that you're enough, that's actually when the best work happens because you're not pushing it, you're just allowing yourself to be.
Yes.
And then it kind of becomes riveting. I mean, when you're
Yes.
watching somebody do that. So
Yes.
I think it's a good example for like just in life that probably it's true too. You just life becomes more fulfilling or more sweet.
Yes, back to that word. Yeah, sweet. We're back. That's our theme for this, both
Yay!
of these episodes is sweet, the word sweet.
Yeah.
Allowing yourself to be, and I think that goes with I'm enough so well. Those two things together, I'm enough and allowing yourself to be. That,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. Gosh, just so great, Mark. I don't know, you might need to start a podcast. You've got a lot of wisdom here.
You bring it out. You elicit this in me. You bring this out.
Okay, so what's left and what's next if we haven't already covered it? We're going to be a good husband, we're going to work on
Right.
having good health, and we're going to be creative. Is there
Yes.
anything, do you want to spell that
Well,
out in any way
well, yeah,
or?
I actually do want to make a statement because what I've realized is when I say something too, like we're doing today, it does become more powerful. It be like so here, I'll just say it. I want to
Yes.
come back to California. So, and there's this song that's, came into my mind when I said that today. And you know that song, California, Here We Come, right back where I started from?
Yes, didn't we have to learn that in fourth grade or something?
Yes. California, here I come. It's kind of folky, but that's actually how I feel.
Uh,
So I'm just putting it out into the universe. I'm hoping
yes,
that this happens in the next maybe year or so, and
yes,
I can get closer to that goal,
yes.
coming back to where, I grew up.
That's gosh, that's great. And Mark and I did meet and grow up in California, San Diego, and most of your family is in San Diego.
That's right.
So
Grew
coming,
up
but you've
there.
been on the East Coast for a lot of years, so coming back would be sweet.
It sure would. I remember that we used to say that too, like back in junior high. That was sort of a word that was used, like, when you were saying something, oh,
Sweet.
that's sweet, that's a really sweet
Sweet.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I love all this for you. I really, really do. I think those are you're being so intentional and going through some of these questions I think helped perhaps you sort of clarify and solidify and be able to name some of what you want moving forward. And I think you're right. There is more power when you say something out loud and then you like you say you write about it that
Mhm.
it becomes even more intentional and you're far more apt I think to make it happen.
Yeah, it's that whole affirmation thing, it becomes something that it gets sort of embedded in your psyche, and I think it opens the way sometimes to the things that you want.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
good. Is there anything in our part two here that you feel like you didn't get to say that you wanted to mention?
No, well, the only other thing is that I just want to keep studying my Spanish. I got to keep that going. You know, my
Right.
husband that's his native language. So I feel that Spanish is a good thing for me to keep practicing as I go forward.
Right. And you did do an immersive program for 3 weeks, was it?
I
Am I remembering
did.
that right? For three
Uh,
weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, we studied it in junior high and high school, but there's
We
some,
did.
I don't know what it is that, I'm sure it takes a certain kind of brain that's maybe, genetically predisposed to learning languages, but
Yeah,
it's tough to learn
it
another language.
is. And it is this whole idea of doing it later in life. You realize that you feel really rusty trying to get those
Yeah.
neurons or going. But I
Yeah.
think it's good for us.
Well,
It's
yeah, it's very good for the brain
brain.
because you're
Yes.
really exercising it and
Yeah.
making it work, and that is a very good thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think that again, that's something else that is a very good thing to continue to explore and it's work. That's the thing that we have to recognize. A lot of this is work, but
Yes.
it's like investing in yourself. Are you worth it? I mean, yes, you're already enough, but do you want more? It's like that flower wants
Yes.
to keep growing, to the sun. Do you want to do that or do you just want to shrink in and just never?
No, because I think you want more to make your life better. You
Yeah.
want to explore and keep going and growing and just all of those things contribute to, I think, a happier and life.
Right, and it's fuller. It's fuller. I
Yes.
mean, you could kind of
Yes.
get through it, right? Just kind of very narrowly, or do you want to just really have the
Yeah.
fullness of the whole experience? And then I think what's kind of really impressed me lately, and I don't have them memorized, but there's the top five regrets of the dying.
Huh?
And oh my gosh, you're like, you don't want to have any of those. And it's about relationships and too much work and doing the fun things, more play and that kind of thing. But that I think is motivating also. Not that
Yes.
I'm worried about it, I'm not, but I want to be at the deathbed and go, cool, I did everything I wanted to do. Yes.
Yes. That's I would that's a more satisfying
Yes.
feeling.
Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
exactly. So
Fulfilling. It's
yeah,
fulfilling.
fulfilling and sweet.
I think we're on to something.
Yes, we've got that word. That word's got to have to make its way into the title somehow if I can figure that out.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to keep studying Spanish
Yes.
and you're going to practice with your husband Jason.
Yes.
Wonderful. All right,
Yes.
is where can people find you if you want to be found?
Uh, social media, I'm on Facebook, Mark Sparrow, my name, and then I'm also on Instagram, Eye on the Mark. It's IONTHEMARK.
Very clever. Very clever. Love that.
So yeah, I welcome, I love going on and seeing what's happening, you know,
Yeah,
on those
fun.
channels. Yeah.
Very fun. Well, as always, I mean, I just don't even know if there are words, but this friendship just continues to bless me. And I love exploring and diving deep into some of these different concepts with you because they're really more than concepts or ideas. They are actually a way we can live if we want to live that way. And I think you and I both do. So I appreciate that.
Oh, well, thanks, Rochelle. I always love talking to you and exploring all this too. So,
Yeah, I love talking to you. All
yeah.
right. Till next time.
Okay. Bye bye.